Hey guys, so I am in my studio tonight and I am going to color Amelia's hair here. Like, it needs it. It's so brassy and yellow, so I thought we could do something kind of fun with her hair. But the first thing I'm going to do is paint her roots, and I mixed up Redken Shades 5N with the processing solution, and then I added a little bit of clear, just a few drops, just to kind of tame it down a little bit so it won't be too dark. And then I'm Pulp Riot blush and Cupid, and then I'm mixing a little bit of yellow or lemon just to kind of tone that mixture down some. And it's just a really pretty pink. So I'm going to do that through the mid section here, and then on the ends I mix up the Redken City Beats and the I forget the exact term for it, but it's like the violet, and I'm just gonna paint the ends with that and give her like a really cool color melt. And I'm gonna show y'all how I do that, so just keep watching. With these vivid colors, I like a darker root just because I feel like it's a little less maintenance than, you know, making those roots blonde and then having to keep that touched up also. So every time I do the vivids, I like for them to have a little bit of a darker root. And you know, with shades, it's gonna look darker than what it really is right now. And plus, this is a cheaper mannequin head, so her hair on here is probably not the best, but the shades is gonna be the best to color with. All right, so when I blend my root color, my root smudge throughout, I'll just get the end of my brush here, and I'll just kind of go through it like this, just to kind of separate it a little bit. And then we go around through here, and I mean, I always like to make sure like I get everything good and even here on this crown part. Like I said, I did not go down as far on these front sides. I'll turn her around in a second, I'll show you. So see how far that's down right there, and in the front more like that, okay? That's what I do with my color melts. I'm just gonna make sure her hairline is covered good, because we do not want that ugly blonde showing around her face. Amelia, I wish you were a paying customer or a paying client. Alright, so then I get my comb that I highlight with, and then I just kind of run it through here, and it just blends all of that so much better, especially with these kind of colors when you're using vivids. Okay. I would get my comb, and then I just get it and just kind of do that like an up and down motion, and see, it just gives that seamless kind of blend where it's not just a straight line. See, it just kind of feathers that down a little more. And then here on the sides. Now people are walking by looking at me like I'm crazy. Okay, so just keep blending that there. All right. So I'm going to just kind of section off the side here, kind of where, let's see, from like the back of her ear. I'm just going to move that over here and get that out of the way. Okay, so I'm just going to feather that in here to that shades color. Just kind of feather it up. And then I'll always lay the end of the hair like right there, and then paint right there. And then I'm just going to leave that end out, because I'm going to do that end that Redken City Beats. And then I'll just get my fingers sometimes and then just do that because I want to make sure I get that good and saturated on those, on the front and the back section of this. And that always just kind of helps me get it good and saturated and to where I know it's blended. Okay. And then just keep doing that all the way around the head. So yep, just keep on feathering that up to blend in with her root there. I love a darker root on like these pinks and violets, I think, or even the rose gold. I think it is so pretty. I'm just gonna lift it up. And you guys, if this was an actual real person I was coloring on, I would not be letting that just like sit in her face like that. But since she's just a mannequin head, I can kind of do whatever, like pull her hair like this. Okay, see if I can move back a little bit there. There we go. And your sections like don't need to be huge when you go to paint, but or like too thick, because you want to just make sure all of this gets saturated. And if you take too thick of sections, it's going to be a lot harder to deal with. I kind of redecorated a little today. I know my partner gets sick of me because, you know, he's a dude and he could care less about decorations, and he probably gets so sick of me wanting to decorate everything. But I was like, I gotta make it look cute. I gotta make it look homey. I feel like I'm here more than I am at home, so maybe soon I'll give you guys a tour of my studio. Like, it already looks so pretty. Like, I love that pink. It's gorgeous. Lift her up some. I'm gonna just grab my towel and wipe that color off here. So I'm gonna get my Redken City Beats. I love these City Beats. I forget, let me grab my tube. They have different names to them. This is the East Village Violet. I knew it wasn't just called Violet, but I really am impressed with them. I really am. Okay, so then I'm just gonna get it and just place it on those ends. And it's so weird when that violet goes on, it looks darker than what it is. And then just get it and smudge it up there with your hands like I'm doing. Like, this is going to be important on these ends with that blending. Because you don't want it just like blunt, like a straight line. No, 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 no. Yeah. So just make sure it's all nice and saturated out there. And then just do that. Okay. So just blend that through. And like, her ends are pretty thin, so I'm just kind of grabbing bigger sections with that. Okay. Make sure everything's blended in here. Looks good and even. Alright guys, so there is her processing look. So I'm going to let her sit for probably about 25 minutes or so, and then I'll get her shampooed out and I will be right back. I had filmed when I styled Amelia and blew her dry with my round brush, but somehow lost the footage. So I'm going to be doing a separate video on her style. But y'all, look at that color melt. It is just seamless and blended, and it is what I call this the perfect mermaid hair. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you soon. Bye.